Alright, we up and rolling right now. Almost done. I would say 75 for 80% done moving. And I repeat, I hate moving. You know, I definitely hate moving. I got Dad here. Dad, you got something to say about moving?
Yeah, I hate moving too, because coming up, I think I moved a few times, or knew some people who moved a lot. I used to help them move, and it's just no fun.
Definitely. But I will say, I've moved definitely more than a dozen times, close to 2 dozen times. I've done a lot of moving when I was in elementary, moving houses, moving schools. As an adult, I move. I feel like every year I move. So I definitely would say I hate moving. But Dad being here for this move made it a lot easy, because we got a similar mentality when it comes to moving from place to place. You know, because ideally I think I would have waited till the last minute and got a truck and filled the truck up, and then been like, this is too much work. But making these trips pretty smooth. So Dad, what's your craziest moving story?
Well, friend of mine, you remember Miss Gloria?
Yeah.
But anyway, one time she called me that she wanted to move. I said, cool. We get there, it's time to move, and she got to be out that day. No boxes, no this, no nothing. No help. Then I ended up calling Uncle Vic. He can't help, and we got some more people to help us get it done. But hey, that was crazy.
Wow. Yep.
She was not prepared to move. Hadn't broke down nothing, hadn't did anything.
Yeah, I see why that moving experience we had in Dallas was like, quite traumatizing.
Oh, yeah.
A little PTSD kicked in at the moment. Yeah, I can see that. So Dad helped me move with my best friend Dwayne, and it was funny because, like, in our head, you moving. We get to the house, we're like, are y'all moving? Are y'all moving out or moving in?
That's right.
And you know, me and Dad had talked prior, and I was like, well, Dad, they started already, so by the time we get there an hour late, good. You know, they had made a whole U-Haul truck trip. So we're like, all right, we're going to get there, you know, use some muscles, get this. So we get to the place, and we're like, okay, 3 stories. All right, we got mental preparedness for 3 stories. We literally walk in the house. We look around, and we like, we got TVs on the wall, couches, books, papers, and I'm sitting there like, sorry, Dad, I didn't set my dad up for failure here. So we just looked at each other and was like, all right, let's just knock it out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I looked at Dad, and he looked at me, and he was like, where the missus at? I said, this is weird, because most times when, you know, a couple move, you got the mistress all in the way. Did I say mistress? My bad. Missus. Ooh, Mrs. The wife. My bad. Wow. The wife. The wife is normally in the way trying to patrol the move and supervise it, but ain't doing nothing. But this wife wasn't even there. So it was super crazy. They had a birthday party. They show up from the birthday party in gear that's like, okay. So if I'm correct, I had Zoe, right?
Yeah.
I brought my child. So my child in there helping move, and I'm like, where your kids at? So I think that's definitely my craziest move. We spent maybe 3 hours moving, and then they opened up the garage.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So what was your first thoughts when they opened the garage?
I said, oh my God, where are they going to put this stuff? Where is this stuff going to go?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
It had no room for it.
No, none. It it was super duper crazy to me because, no lie, it was more stuff in the garage than in the house.
Yeah.
And we had spent a few hours on the house, so it was some craziness.
And it was hot.
Yes.
It was super hot.
Yes. No wife assistance, and it was craziness. It was definitely craziness. But we got done with that, and literally a year later, he moving again. So this time, this Gratefully Dad one there. That's definitely my craziest moving story. But I think my favorite move story is when I moved out of Pam's house. And when I moved out of her house, I didn't have nothing but like 4 gym bags full of stuff and some shoes. So, I made a few trips through the week and I had all my stuff in the house. And, I was sleeping on an air bed. And, that air bed was like, put some air in it, sleep. And after about 2 weeks, that air started coming out. And me, I was like, and I was gonna roll with it, Then I got one of those little foam mattresses. Not even a mattress, a little foam, little pillow thing. I was good. And no lie, Pam came over and was like, you ain't even got a bed? And it pissed me off because I was like, we don't even live together. You over here criticizing how I'm living. So I bought me a nice bed. Yeah. Bought me my first bed. I was 25, 6. I was 25, 26. Bought my first bed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I brought my first bed, And, I was super excited. And then time after that, when I got my first official apartment on my own, and that was a big thing to me. Because, I've never had my own place. I've never known what it takes to get your own place. So, I've been part of the process of doing it with somebody. But, for me to get my own place was like one of those things. And like I said, I ain't have nothing in there but a bed. So. All right. So, my landlord called. My landlord, definitely the most important person right now. So, yeah. That was like some craziest things there with that particular situation. I think also, I feel like once you move and get settled and you do it correctly, it's easy to help people move. When you're giving time in advance to know that somebody's moving, yeah, it's definitely a lot easier. But then also, when you get to know people, you start to know why they're not as good as moving, I've been moving my whole life, so I'm comfortable moving, but, I don't like moving. But I will say this, I don't like moving people's stuff, so I don't like touching people's stuff. Yeah. So that's my biggest thing with moving, I've learned that through helping Pam move. I hate helping Pam move, and it's not me being with Pam helping, it's more like, this is your stuff. Like me, if I'm moving and I scrape something against the ground, I'm like, all right, let's keep it pushing. But Pam, you scrape Pam stuff, she going crazy, and I'm like, yeah, she right, But then I'd be like, well, you put me in position to scrape your stuff. So, yeah, that's definitely easy. But like, when I do help her move, her stuff be legit. Her stuff be packed up, boxed up, ready to go. She giving instruction, directions. But that's her learned experience with me. If I'm helping you move, you need to be ready when I come over. If you need help, don't call me. Call me beforehand. Don't call me like, hey, we about to move. Help me in advance. 2 weeks, week. Yeah. But that's working with her. But when she works with me, she's like 2 weeks out. Hey, I'm going to help you. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because I know it's going to happen. She going to be a little bit too into me moving than she needs to be. Yeah. So you got any good moving experience there?
Yeah, let me see. I have to help somebody move. It's always smooth. Let me think, because I've moved some people. Well, you know what? I done had a couple good experiences helping your mother move. And I've had some awful ones too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I helped her move it, not where she is now, but you know, she stayed on the other side. I think I helped move it to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I had my friend Mark with me. And when I got somebody that can halfway do something,
Yeah.
you know, you can get it done and stuff, you know.
The big difference when you got your teammate, because when Dwayne had helped me move from Parent House, it took us about 30, 45 minutes. Because I was like, bro, I need you for this. Everything else done. You know, most of the time I'm moving, whoever helping me move, I didn't did everything except the stuff I need help with. Right. So when they show up, it's like, hey, bro, that's all we got right here. And they be like, I thought you got more stuff. Like, yeah, everything else over there. Yeah.
Cause what it is, you know, you just get a little bit, you know, you get your own little bitty stuff.
Yeah.
You get your own little bitty stuff.
Yeah.
And then, you know, so the people that's helping you, you need help getting the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And I hate hiring movers.
Oh, yeah,
Woo!
They don't play what about it.
I hate hiring movers. And it has nothing to do with their services. It's just one of them, like, they move differently. They move differently. You start having communication on what kind of stuff. I'm like, hey, bro, this is ready to go. You need to take this. Yeah, because we use movers to help us move from Austin to Austin from Houston. Because we had a house, man, we had a 4-bedroom house to move into a, 3-bedroom apartment. And it was like all our stuff to move, knowing we was gonna move again. Because when we got here, I didn't know where I was moving to in Austin, so we just moved our stuff together. So once we did that move, it was like, man, I gotta move again. Do I want to unpack? Because when we were staying together, that brief moment, I was like, do I want to unpack? Because I ain't trying to get comfortable up in here. I know what's about to happen. So that was like my experience with her. Me and Mom moved a lot, but I don't remember. I don't remember us moving. Like, I don't have any, like, clothes. Yeah, I don't remember. I do not remember moving. I just know we moved every year. And it was always during the summertime we moved. And it's funny because my mom like that now. Her lease is always up in the summer. She always up in the summer. And that's how I just recall switching schools all the time, because Mom would move based off this neighborhood getting bad. And it was like, Mama, you don't leave this neighborhood because you can't.
Yep.
And then we go move to a new neighborhood. It's like, Mom, how do you know about this neighborhood? You ain't got no transportation. So that's how I notice now when I meet people in Austin and they from Austin, they live in certain areas. People who live in Austin live in certain areas, and people who move into Austin live in certain areas. So it's not a lot of mixture a lot of times. When you leave out your neighborhood and talk to your neighbors, it's never we from here, we been here. Nah, them people, It's certain areas they don't go to because they grew up, this area wasn't, or these type of people in this area. So that's definitely my moving experiences here. Yeah. And a lot of times when you're helping people move, it's one of those like, okay, in your head you got something to do. Every time you got something to do. So when you show up in your head, you like, all right, this gonna take 2 hours, 3 hours. I hate those monkey, the monkey wrenches. When they throw that wrench in and you like, So you start asking questions now. My number one question, whenever I help somebody move, you got a dolly? It's always my first question. Because before I show up, I need to see a dolly. If you ain't got a dolly, I'm going to get a dolly.